Live from number 5 Ola Hansen Lane at Tesano in Accra. This is Channel 1 Newsroom from our studios at number 5 Ola Hansen Lane at Tesano. I am Umaru Sanda. Coming up, Ghana Tourism Authority and Rent Control Office closed down 2 hostels at Koforidua Technical University over unhygienic conditions.
Today, I'm happy that I didn't close, but those with the power and authority have done it. 2. If you are here today and you have any money to go and take, quickly run to the owners of Sawa Hostel Heights and pack your things and run away.
Obuasi Senior High Technical School in the Ashanti region closed indefinitely following assault on headmaster.
All that I'm saying to you right now is that we've settled the situation, and the regional directors are here, the directors of education are here. We want to see peace. We want to see this place being calm.
Opposition New Patriotic Party NPP to go ahead with planned demonstration on Thursday over what it calls unhealthy democratic practices under the Mahama administration.
We expect a massive turnout. We are fighting for the survival, the spirit, and the soul of our democracy.
Accra Regional Security Council to pull down more structures on waterways as part of efforts to deal with flooding in Accra.
We noticed that a lot of the buildings must come down, so we'll do a major demolition over there, hopefully next week. Myself and Mayor will be doing some demolition over there, and so that I want to create a buffer like you said.
In Channel 1 business, Bank of Ghana domestic gold purchase program generates losses of more than 1.7 billion cedis in 2025. And in Channel 1 Sports, Portuguese legend Luis Figo demands resignation of FIFA President Gianni Infantino. We're grateful that you joined us for the Channel 1 Newsroom on Channel 1 Television. I am Umaru Sanda. Now, students occupying private hostels at the Koforidua Technical University are calling on the Rent Control Commission and the Ghana Tourism Authority to close down all unsanitary hostel facilities in Koforidua. The students say the hostel managers do not keep their facilities properly. Channel 1 News' Eastern Regional Correspondent Neonia Mate Kanako has the details.
The students made this call when the acting Rent Control Commissioner and officials from the Eastern Regional Office of the Ghana Tourism Authority made a surprise visit to the university following complaints received from students. A visit to the Sawa Heights hostel reviewed poor management and sanitation conditions at the facility, which was not in the books of the Ghana Tourism Authority. Students here are charged 9,000 per one in a room and 5,000 Ghana cedis for 3 in a room. The students expressed their frustrations with Channel 1 TV and called for urgent measures to be taken.
We are 3 in a room. Each person is paying 5K. We are paying maintenance 300 cedis. Then we've been asked to pay bola fee 20 cedis each. And then we pay light bill too, like monthly. When we came, I paid 200 cedis for light bill. But because of 1 or 2 things, if we pay the light bill like 2-3 weeks, then the prepaid is finished. So if the prepaid is finished, one guy sorted the light issue out for us. So we're using the light for free without their knowledge. We were the people taking care of this place. And as you can see, this post also over here. There are some indications, this kind of exits. And then we have the fire extinguisher here. But I don't know what happened. Last week we were here, then the fire service man He came and then removed everything, then went away. And then since I don't know whether they heard that you guys will be coming around, and then since 3 days today, then they came to fix the prepaid meters outside for us. Now that like we are leaving the place, you know, they're trying to do something to please us.
When rain falls, yeah, it comes here. We have to sweep in a whole lot. So we are pleading with the rent control to come together with our height. So they will help us to build this thing. They will help us in everything here.
The team was greeted with heaps of refuse at the entrance of the Adishia hostel, which was behind the main KTU campus. Occupants of this facility who spoke to Channel 1 TV expressed their frustrations and called for the immediate closure of the facility.
Hostel is not a good place. Right now I'm talking the bathhouse. It's not a good place. Our washroom where we used to go to pee and those things is very bad. So this causes infection and other things to us. We should close it. We should close it because this place is not a good place. If they want, like, they should close that, they'll work on the hostel. That's what we want.
The rooms are small. We don't get like enough space. There's always heat in the room. Some of the rooms that are around, they are washrooms, but then they've used them for like as in rooms for people to sleep in, and then windows, a very small window for people to sleep, and it is not nice. Bola will be there for 1 month without parking, and it's very bad.
Jones Haruna Nelson, the Eastern Regional Director of the Ghana Tourism Authority, issued closure notices to the hostels.
We've come here and we've realized that the place is not fit for purpose, underlined. And per our regulations, we don't even know that there is a hostel here because they are doing illegal business. If you look at the legislative instruments, section 25, subsection 2, it talks about the fact that you cannot live or you cannot operate an accommodation facility without getting a license from GTA. And anybody who fails to do that is violating the law. So today we have taken action. We've served them a notice of closure based under the legislative instruments 2239 under the Mother Act, Tourism Act 817-2011.
Acting Rent Control Commissioner Frederick Opoku indicated that refunds will be made available to all affected students as the commission works in collaboration with the GTA to ensure that students get value for money.
Today, I'm happy that I didn't close, but those with the power and authority have done it. 2, if you are here today and you have any money to go and take, quickly run to the owners of Sawa Hostel Heights and pack your things and run away. Today, this closure means that you cannot even sleep. The moment you know that you have some money to take, go and chase them and take your money, or you stay here at your own peril. I promise them that their money will be refunded, and they thought I was joking. Today, refund day has come. Go for your money.
Still on the campus of the Kofreda Technical University, and management of the university has temporarily suspended all SRC events on campus pending outcome of investigations by the Narcotics Control Commission. This comes on the back of arrest of some students last Friday by officials of NACOC for drug-related offenses. Management of KTU has also instituted a committee to carry out an independent investigation into the matter. Channel 1 News' Eastern Regional correspondent Neoni Amate Kanaku again.
According to management of the school, 7 out of the 10 persons arrested have been identified as students of the university and are still in custody of NACOC in Accra. Head of Public Affairs at the university, Maclean Lovelace Dodu, says the decision was taken after a crunch meeting today.
Yes, 10 persons were arrested. What will happen is that, as I told you, a committee has been constituted, and NACOC is also carrying out its investigations.
The arrest on campus left many students traumatized, with others living in fear. Lovelace Dodu says management may organize some counseling sessions for students who were traumatized by the event when the committee presents its report.
If there's any program at all to be carried out, then what will happen is that we have regulations, students handbook, okay, and also statutes of this university. Students and staff will be, by extension, staff will be educated.
Now, authorities have indefinitely shut down Obuasi Senior High Technical School in the Ashanti region following allegations that the school's headmaster buried a baby on the school premises. 6 students have already been arrested for allegedly assaulting the headmaster and vandalizing school property. Channel 1 News' Ashanti regional correspondent Tawfiq Mohammed has more.
According to reports, the incident occurred between 12:30 a.m. and 1:30 a.m. when one of the students claimed he saw the headmaster's vehicle around the school's refuse dump. The student then raised an alarm, prompting his colleagues to mobilize to the area where they allegedly discovered that the headmaster had buried a baby estimated to be about 5 to 6 months old. Following the alleged discovery, the students confronted the headmaster and assaulted him. Reports indicate that police arrived at the scene, exhumed the body and deposited it at the morgue. Police intervention prevented further escalation that could have led to the destruction of properties. The students went ahead to destroy items at the headmaster's bungalow. Other first-year students were also reportedly attacked after their seniors claimed they supported the headmaster. The Obuasi Municipal Police Commander, Superintendent Muhammad Idrisu, has called on the students to desist from further destruction.
You should also remember that you came from individual houses. And if you involve yourself in any case and you've been arrested, you'll be taken alone. So don't involve yourself in activities that will not bring any meaningful thing to you in future. Like they said, all that you are doing, you've been monitored. You have files and you have records. All those things will go against you. One day you become a minister or you become a president, you become a doctor. All these things will go against you. Please, with all due respect, whatever is the problem, calm down. The police are here because of you.
Head of the Municipal Security Council, Fostilav Apia Kenin, visited the school and called on students to stay calm.
Now you won't see the implication, but after completing school, maybe you go in for a job application or something, and then they will go for your files. And then they realize that when you were in school, you involved yourself in a bad manner or what you did something that is not good. All that I'm saying to you right now is that we've taken the situation, and the regional directors are here, the directors of education are here, our municipality, the 6th enclave, some of the educational directors are here, including the Obuasi directors, the police are here. We want to see peace. We want to see this place being calmed.
Police have since increased its presence on and commenced investigations into the incident.
Now, the Ministry of Education has directed the Ghana Education Service, GES, to immediately investigate the incident and ensure that anyone found culpable is dealt with in accordance with the law. The ministry said all investigations and any subsequent disciplinary actions must be conducted in accordance with the laws and regulations governing Ghana's education sector. Speaking to Channel 1 News, the Deputy Minister of Education, Dr. Clement Apak, said the ministry condemned the assault on the headmaster and the destruction of school property, describing the act as criminal and unacceptable.
We also became aware of this matter early this morning, and the information was a bit conflicting. There is the one school of thought that is suggesting that the students may have planned and conducted this attack against the headmaster because he was very strict and was not allowing them to have their way. Then later on in the day, we also became aware of a narrative attributed to the students. So to ascertain the truth and to again indicate how seriously we condemn violence in any way, any form, as a means of resolving a disagreement or a suspicion. The Honorable Minister instructed the Director General of the Ghana Education Service, who has since sent a highly powered team from headquarters to Obuasi to look into the matter and to provide a report. But Minister has directed that the Ghana Education Service should immediately initiate a thorough investigation and to report back to headquarters, while law enforcement also plays its part, because we deem this as a criminal matter, and that no matter what, this shouldn't be the way of resolving our differences.
Now, the Greater Accra Regional Security Council says more structures built on waterways in the capital will be pulled down next week as part of ongoing efforts to deal with flooding. This follows cleanup exercises, desilting of drains, and previous demolitions after the June 29 floods. After a monitoring visit to some assemblies, Regional Minister Linda Oklu said government is determined to mitigate flooding in Accra and will not relent. Channel 1 News' Ni Aiko Okain has more.
The Greater Accra Regional Security Council on Wednesday told several metropolitan, municipal and district assemblies to assess ongoing flood mitigation efforts following the devastating June 29 floods that claimed lives and destroyed property across Accra. At Galaway in Agbogloshi, the team observed that the main drain remained heavily silted and clogged with waste, restricting the free flow of water. Speaking to journalists, the head of waste management at the Accra Metropolitan Assembly, Solomon Noy, proposed the removal of squatters along the banks of the drain to facilitate comprehensive desilting works.
It is actually on contract under the World Bank project, and with World Bank projects, they must see to the safeguards by making sure that the necessary compensations are paid to the affected communities and residents within the sections that are required before they can do the dredging work. Because even if they dredge, they must put the silts or the dredge materials at a buffer, which should be about 50 meters away from the banks of the river. We have to take bold steps by making sure that we protect the buffer. Because no matter what we do, once the buffer is not there, you cannot do any serious dredging.
Despite the challenges, some desilting works have already been carried out along the second section of the drain.
You see the frontage of the Union side. We cleared about 250 containers. People who were working on the front of the drains, we cleared them. And together with the mayor, this is actually our boundary. We have also started another exercise to clear the buffers. So it's something that we are doing continuously.
The team also visited the Alajo storm drain to inspect the silting works being undertaken by the Ayawaso Central Municipal Assembly as part of measures to reduce the risk of flooding.
We've done some massive works along the drains, and even when you enter within the communities, you can see all the fields have been cleared. And the buffers, it's our challenge, but we are trying to get a land whereby we can tow most of the cars, because when you walk along the buffers, we have a lot of cars coming from our mechanics that they have left the cars along the buffers, which is causing problems in Central Ayawaso.
Speaking to journalists at Chado, the Greater Accra Regional Minister Linda Oklu indicated that the government would continue the demolition of structures unlawfully erected on waterways as part of efforts to address the perennial flooding problem.
We noticed that a lot of the buildings must come down, so we'll do a major demolition over there, hopefully next week. Myself and Mayor will be doing some demolition over there. And so that I want to create a buffer, like you said. And so you see that all those refuse, were being caused by those squatters over there. And so when we clear the place, we didn't have much issues there. So our major challenge is to make sure that we demolish the illegal structures over there. We'll be at La Boma this Friday. We'll be doing a major demolition exercise over there. From there, yes. And so we have a couple of buildings that will be doing. Even this structure, you could see that is sitting. Yes. And so the MC just drew my attention that they've already informed the people around. And so all this place, there will be a demolition exercise.
Well, for the government, a lot has been done to mitigate the impact of flooding in the capital whenever it rains. However, there is more to be done. To this end, many unauthorized structures impeding the free flow of water would be pulled down in the coming days. Reporting for Channel 1 News from Chado in Accra, I am Ni Ayukwe Okain.
Now, the New Patriotic Party, NPP, is demanding greater transparency from the government over its proposed 2 cedi per litre diesel price relief. The NPP is also worried about the management of the energy sector levies. The party's demands follow what it describes as a lack of clarity on how the temporary fuel price intervention will be financed. There's more in the following report by John Edujiboja. It's read by Melody Fafa Otufe.
Addressing the media at the party's headquarters in Accra, Co-chair and ranking member on Parliament's Energy Committee, George Kwame Abuaji, called on the government to publish the financing sources from the diesel relief before its implementation, urging the government to explain how the reduction will translate into lower transport fares and the prices of essential goods. He further expressed concern over the state of the energy sector, arguing that outstanding energy sector liabilities had increased from $1.257 billion in 2022 to $1.517 billion by May 2026, despite a target of reducing them to $525 million by 2027. The MPP also questioned whether the 1 cedi fuel levy would remain in force during the diesel relief period.
Patriotic Party will act on 4 fronts. In Parliament, our members will file urgent questions demanding the financing sources of the 2 cedis relief, the budgetary provision behind it, and a definitive answer on whether the 1 cedi levy will remain at its full rate during the relief period, and whether costs previously transferred to consumers will be refunded.
Now, the New Patriotic Party still is speaking, and it says it is expecting a massive turnout for its planned demonstration on Thursday against what it describes as selective justice under the John Mahama administration. The party's national organizer, Henry Nana Abuachi, says despite the government's maiden memorial ceremony for victims of the August 6 military helicopter crash, the party will go ahead with its planned demonstration.
The New Patriotic Party expresses profound appreciation to our numerous partners, especially you, the media, and some civil society organizations, other political parties, youth movement, and patriotic Ghanaians. We expect a massive turnout. We are fighting for the survival, the spirit, and the soul of our democracy. Consistent with the Public Order Act, the Ghana Police has been duly notified of this demonstration. We have had meetings with them. We have agreed on the route, and they are fully aware. They have assured us they are going to provide adequate security. And this is to those who intend to foment trouble. We are being told that some people will be sponsored to come and cause problems, to foment trouble, to cause mayhem. You will be arrested and you will face the law. And we are ready for such persons.
Now, a New Patriotic Party youth organizer aspirant in the Savannah region has filed a lawsuit at the Damongo High Court challenging the reinstatement of his rival by the party's National Steering Committee after he was earlier disqualified by the Regional Appeals Committee. The dispute centers on the eligibility of one of the aspirants to contest the position of Savannah Regional Youth Organizer ahead of the party's regional executive elections. Our Northern Bureau Chief Shawana Yusuf has more.
2 candidates, Yusuf Yakubu and Adam Mohammed Mansuru, were initially cleared by the NPP Savannah Regional Elections Committee to contest the position of Regional Youth Organizer. However, Yusuf Yakubu challenged Mansuru's eligibility, arguing that his opponent had attained the age of 40 at the time of filing his nomination and therefore did not qualify to contest for the youth organizer position. The Savannah Regional Appeals Committee upheld the petition and subsequently disqualified Mansuru, leaving Yusuf Yakubu as the sole candidate. Dissatisfied with the decision, Adam Mohammed Mansuru petitioned the NPP National Steering Committee.
This said disqualified person, candidate, find a way to bypass the standard electoral system of the New Patriotic Party by engaging friends whom he deemed fit as national leaders, who in an attempt tries to sweep matter of legality under the carpet of injustice. That cannot be done. We are young patriots, taught of principles, taught of morality. Let the public know that the matter in hand is injustice, illegality.
Dispute has heightened tension within the party in the region ahead of the regional executive elections, with both camps insisting that due process must be followed. Meanwhile, the patriotic youth of the Savannah region has appealed to the party's leadership to strictly apply the provisions of the party's constitution to ensure peace, fairness, and unity throughout the electoral process.
Indeed, it is settled constitutional principle that subsidiary regulations cannot amend, override, or defeat the provisions of the parent constitution. Where a regulation appears inconsistent with the constitution prevails. Yes. For this reason, we respectfully believe that reliance on Regulation 9 to determine a constitutional qualification issue amounted to reliance on an irrelevant provision and failed to address the real constitutional issue that was before the party. Even more importantly, the memorandum issued by the National Steering Committee did not explain how a person who had admittedly attained the age of 40 could still satisfy a constitutional provision which expressly requires that a youth has not attained the age of 40 years.
You're watching Channel One Newsroom on Channel One Television. Still ahead, Bank of Ghana domestic gold purchase program generates losses of more than 1.7 billion cedis in 2025. More on that and other stories when we return. Please stay with us.
As the sun rises over the city of Accra, its warm glow settles on one of the city's most thoughtfully planned communities, Lakeside Estate, and once again, something exceptional is unfolding. After the successful sale of our 4-bedroom Orca at Lakeside Hills, a new masterpiece is about to make its debut. An exquisite 4-bedroom story Orca home overlooking a breathtaking landscape of the Abri Mountains. This remarkable home now features a total floor area of 330 square meters, set on a generous 7,140 square foot plot. Step inside and you're welcomed by a spacious foyer leading to an open living and dining area, paired with a modern fitted kitchen with a stylish island crafted for the ultimate cooking experience. On the first floor, family living takes center stage. Spend quality time together and enjoy the convenience of a newly added infinite kitchenette, perfect for warming up your coffee or tea. For our esteemed homeowners who value privacy and productivity, a dedicated study area has been beautifully integrated into the design. This new home is a testament to trust, craftsmanship, and modern living. A space where elegance, comfort, and style come together effortlessly. Book your spot today by calling our sales expert on 020-477-5040 or 020-477-5042. Lakeside Estate, quality homes for all.
Yes, next. Hey, Nadia Benson,
Me didn't tum. Mr. Freddy Kakalika, just call me cockroach.
Now, Mr. Freddy once now.
Hey, that's you. Impruka. Yeah. Captain Mosquito, double the action. Me did this sasso spray. Mr. Freddy sasso quell. Yeah, go to my sasso union. tum preko.
Yeah, welcome back. Up next is Channel 1 Business with Nashika Caesar.
Channel 1 Business is brought to you by MTN and EcoBank.
Hello, my name is Pamela from Customer Service. Please revalidate your account by texting your Ghana card number to 0500,000 247.
Hey, Abili, Wabadim.
Madam, give me the numbers behind the ATM card. I'm calling from the head office.
An email was delivered across to our customers this morning.
Confirm if this is your bank account. 100,100,100.
Thanks for sending your bank card details.
Send the OTP now to avoid cancellation.
EcoBank will never call, email, send an SMS asking for your PIN, OTP, bank card, or Ghana card details.
Don't get played. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Hello, please, I'm calling from Customer Experience Center.
30 years ago, MTN arrived in Ghana and everything changed. It's time to celebrate you big time. The MTN at 30 promo is here. Win one of 9 Toyota Land Cruiser Prados and your share of over 10 million Ghana cedis in rewards. Let's be your connection plug in your everyday hustle. Make video calls, browse the internet for business with family and friends. Make that money move and stay ahead. Because every move counts. Ghana, let's celebrate 30 years with the MTN at 30 promo. Connect, use, build points, and win big. Dial *530# or visit my MTN app for more. T's and T's apply.
And Nashika Caesar is in studio to bring us IMF news. They are around, right?
Yes, they are.
And they are making some shocking revelations.
Yes, there's been some losses with the gold program.
Well, please tell us more.
Now, the International Monetary Fund, IMF, has disclosed that the Bank of Ghana's domestic gold purchase program generated losses of more than $1.7 billion in 2025, despite playing a central role in rebuilding the country's foreign exchange reserves and supporting the cedi. The 2026 Article 4 Consultation and Proposed Policy Coordination Instruments report says the fund stated the program had become the dominant source of the central bank's foreign exchange inflows and reserves accumulation. According to the report, the significant expansion of the DGPP led to losses of more than $1.7 billion, equivalent to 1.5% of Ghana's gross domestic product, with almost all the losses linked to the purchase of gold under the Gold for Reserves initiative. Meanwhile, the IMF says Ghana can ease its budget tightening from 2027 and still stay on track to reduce its debt. The fund added that Ghana's stronger debt position and improving economy give the government room to spend more on development without derailing its fiscal targets. Here's more.
The fund says Ghana can reduce its primary budget surplus target from 1.5% of GDP to 0.5% from 2027. According to the IMF, this will still allow the country to achieve its legal target of cutting public debt to 45% of GDP by 2034, as long as key economic reforms continue. The IMF noted that the 2026 budget's 1.5% primary surplus target remains appropriate. However, it said lowering the target from 2027 would create more fiscal space to invest in critical sectors while maintaining debt sustainability. The fund says Ghana has made significant progress in restoring debt sustainability and strengthening public finances, making a more flexible fiscal path possible. It adds that the extra fiscal space could help finance priority areas such as education, healthcare, and infrastructure, where Ghana faces significant funding needs. The IMF estimates the country will need to spend more than 16% of GDP by 2030 to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals.
Now, government is moving to unlock the commercial potential of the Volta Lake with plans to attract private investment into transport, agriculture, and industrial development along the corridor. The initiative is expected to create new economic opportunities while connecting Ghana's production centers to regional markets. Here's more.
The plan centers on opening up the lake's non-power assets for development through a partnership involving the Volta River Authority, Ghana Infrastructure Investment Fund, and the 24-Hour Economic Program. Presidential advisor on the 24-hour economy, Gusitano, says the framework will pave the way for investment into transport systems, agro parks, and industrial zones along the lake.
So what we're doing today is working with DRA in partnership with IF to provide a structure and framework for concessioning the various aspects of the 24-hour program that allows them to crowd in private investment to develop the lake multimodal transport system, the agro parks, as well as the industrial parks, create jobs, add value, and allow us also to develop a major impact in terms of exports, not only through the Tamale port, but also to the Sahel, to Burkina Faso and Mali, because it's also a regional transit corridor. So through that, we'll be able then to also provide trade leverage and facilitation.
Government says the initiative will rely on private sector participation, with state institutions focused on preparing the project and creating an environment for sustainable investment.
The agreement you begin negotiating today must therefore be legally sound, commercially credible, transparent, and bankable. They must provide certainty to investors and assurance to the citizens. They must protect the VARE systems, respect the communities whose lives are bound to it, and ensure that local people become participants and beneficiaries rather than being spectators to development taking place around them. We should move with urgency, but urgency must never become carelessness. Speed and diligence can.
Let's now bring you an update on crude oil prices and how the local currency is performing on the interbank market. And that's it for Channel One Business. I am Nashika Caesar. Send back to you.
Thank you so much, Nashika Caesar, from the business desk here at Channel One Television. To some other stories, and the family home of the late former Tamale Central MP Mohammed Murtala has been gutted by fire, leaving 9 of the 17 rooms in the compound completely destroyed. The incident comes exactly a year after the late legislator and 7 others lost their lives in a helicopter crash that shocked the nation. Our Northern Bureau Chief Shawana Yusuf was at the scene and filed this report.
Speaking to Channel One News, the Northern Regional Public Relations Officer of the Ghana National Fire Service, ADO1 Hudu Baba, said the service received a distress call at exactly 3:29 p.m., with firefighters arriving at the scene at 3:37 p.m. According to him, 2 school children who were trapped in one of the rooms were successfully rescued upon the firefighters' arrival before fire crew brought the blaze under control.
Around 15:29 hours, we had a distress call reporting of a fire outbreak involving a compound house at this particular area. The Tamale Teaching Hospital fire crew were dispatched to the scene. Upon arrival, they realized that almost the entire house was engulfed, and because of the intensity of the fire, they have to call for reinforcement. So the Tamale Regional Headquarters substation crew was also dispatched to the scene.
A family member, Hajia Maria Ibrahim, recounted how news of the fire reached the family, explaining that none of the occupants was at home when the fire broke out.
Well, in town just after 4 something. Then we had a call that people around the surrounding, they saw a smoke. They didn't know. So they came in and they were crying, hey, fire, 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 fire. But all of us was in town. No one knew the cause of the fire. So we were called and we came and saw the whole house. Spent nothing, ravages, but you can see it. Yeah. Yes, we are picking nothing. Nobody's speaking anything from this house.
Meanwhile, ADO1 Hudu Baba said the Ghana National Fire Service continues to face operational challenges, including an inadequate number of fire hydrants and fire tenders, which often affect response efforts.
You hear the fire service crying every day about fire hydrants. If the hydrants were available, at least one at this particular stretch will be able to use or rely on the hydrant. However, water company is also complaining of their own challenges. But what can we do as a people? We can improvise. We have written several letters to well-meaning citizens of Tamale requesting for a reservoir to be constructed at vantage points within the metropolis. But none. We have not received any positive reply from any of these people we have served the letters.
For Channel 1 News, I am Shawana Yusuf reporting from the family home of the late MP for Tamale Central here in Tamale in the Northern region.
Now, the Diocesan Mothers Union of the Anglican Diocese of Sunyani in the Bono region wants women to take up a leading role in protecting the environment. The union says the growing destruction of the ecosystem is affecting women and children across the country. Michael Sapongfom reports.
Human activities such as illegal logging, mining, and pollution continue to destroy Ghana's ecosystem, intensifying the impact of climate change and threatening the livelihoods of many communities. The Bono region is no exception. Illegal mining has devastated water bodies and fertile farmlands, leaving many communities grappling with environmental and economic challenges. Women and children are among those affected by environmental degradation because they rely heavily on natural resources for water, food, and household livelihoods. It is against this backdrop that women have been encouraged to take a leading role in protecting the environment and preserving the country's natural resources. The Diocesan President Mothers Union of the Anglican Diocese of Sunyani, Belinda Sewado, has underscored the need for women to become champions of environmental conservation.
As members of the Mothers Union, whose mission is to care for families and strengthen communities, we are deeply concerned about these environmental challenges. I want to call on all members of the Mothers Union to rise up and protect our environment.
The Executive Director of Eco Resilience Network and the lecturer at the University of Energy and Natural Resources, UNE, Dr. Abena Usuya-Japan, noted that women and children are affected more when the ecosystem is destroyed.
When it comes to the household, if a community will be safe, okay, pollutant-free, it all depends on women. So the ecosystem depends on mothers. We are those who suffer when the ecosystem suffers, and we are those who benefit when the ecosystem benefits.
Some participants described the program as timely, saying it had deepened their understanding of environmental stewardship.
Today I'm taking a lot home, so I've learned a lot, and I'm going to teach my kids how to keep the environment, how to save the environment, how to make the environment clean. So we have learned that we should reuse the plastic. We should use them to do other things like buy. We can use them to even make our own dustbin. And also, I'm going to teach my kids not to destroy the environment, not to dump rubbish just like that. Like I should provide dustbin in the house for them so that this way we can keep the environment clean.
You're still watching Channel 1 Newsroom on Channel 1 television. Still ahead. Portuguese legend Luis Figo demands resignation of FIFA President Gianni Infantino. More on that story in a jiffy. Please stay with us.
Are you planning to relocate from your company office or house, whether across cities to another town or halfway around the country? You want a moving company you can depend on to get you there? Let me introduce you to Logistics Movers. We are here to help you every step of the way, from planning the move to unpacking the last box and settling into your office or home. We have the expertise, experience, and market understanding, and offer fast, reliable, and professional transportation services in Ghana. Our main thrust is to successfully move your business, household items safely, on time, and hassle-free. You can call us on 0246 833 539 or 0244 342 465. You can also send us an email to info@logisticsmovers.com or check our website www.logisticsmovers.com. Why expose your company or household items to theft or damages when you are relocating if it's avoidable? Logistics Movers, we help you relocate.
The best part of going home is family.
Sit up! Hey, mommy, my wife is cooking something delicious.
Lizzie Shito, hot pepper sauce, spicy. Bona yete, Lizzie oh Lizzie.
Lizzie Shito, Lizzie Shito, the Shito is Shito. Lizzie Shito, overfill.
Lizzie Shito, kasan. Please, can I take some to school tomorrow?
Yes, my son, you can. Lizzie Shito, dear. Ebesu obiasu.
Lizzie Shito hot pepper sauce. Yes, spicy and kasan.
Lizzie Shito hot pepper sauce. Yes, spicy.
For bulk purchase, kindly contact 050-168-3344 or 050-155-0998. This advert is FDA approved.
This is the old way. Let me show you a new and a better way. EduPack.
EduPack?
Yes, EduPack. A GS-approved and supported initiative for all first-year students going to SHS. By Prospectus Ghana Limited. Now you don't need to go to the market. All your trunks, mattresses, pillows, including plastic chalkboards, are all waiting for your child at the school. Note, all our wooden chalkboards are being changed to plastic ones to avoid bedbugs.
You can also register by dialing *713*821# following the prompts, or you can visit www.edupackgh.com and tap register. You can also register at any ADB branch near you at a very affordable price. EduPack, approved and supported by GES.
You're welcome back. Up next is Channel 1 Sports with Yao Eje Minta. Yeah, you're welcome. It seems that Infantino's problems are not going to end anytime soon.
Oh, no, definitely not. I mean, it was a big and a seismic move that he was trying to push through. And so once it fell through, yes, definitely the pushback was going to be massive. And it still is a massive
And
pushback.
even after he withdrew?
Yes.
Still people want his
as
head.
we speak, there's a crisis meeting taking place in Morocco.
Wow.
Yeah, involving Gianni Infantino and some top officials.
Wow.
In football.
Has CAF said anything on that matter yet?
Not officially, but individually, a couple of individuals, federations have spoken about their support for this particular move.
Please tell us more in the sports news.
Now, football legend Luis Figo has joined a call for FIFA President Gianni Infantino to resign from his role. Now, Figo's call comes at a time that Infantino is under tremendous pressure following his unsuccessful but very controversial proposal to sell a stake in the FIFA World Cup to an investment group that is led by the brother of US President Donald Trump's son-in-law. Now, Luis Figo, who starred for Portugal at the 2006 World Cup, wrote on his X page, and I quote, "Today, I join others from across our game and call for Gianni Infantino to resign as FIFA president. He has lied, deceived, and tried to feather his own nest at the expense of the game he's supposed to serve. It is too late to save his dignity, but it is not too late to save football. He should go now." End quote. Now, to club football transfers, and Egypt captain Mohamed Salah is set to be unveiled as Trabzonspor player officially on Thursday, August 6th, after completing his medical. The Liverpool legend arrived in Turkey earlier on Wednesday, August 5, to complete the final round of talks and was spotted wearing a Trabzonspor jersey as he was mobbed by ecstatic fans. Now, Salah joins Trabzonspor as a free agent after spending 9 years at Liverpool, where he won the UEFA Champions League, the FA Cup, the 2019 Club World Cup, and 2 English Premier League titles. To the national team, and Black Queens midfielder Jennifer Kujo says the team is experienced enough to deal with the pressure to qualify to the next round of the 2026 Women's AFCON. She said this ahead of Ghana's final Group D game against Mali on Thursday, August 6th at 2000 GMT, where the Queens need a win or a draw to secure automatic qualification. Now, Ghana heads into the game on the back of losing by a 0-goal to Cameroon. Here is Jennifer Kujo.
I mean, pressure is a privilege, and I think as a player, we've been in a different stage in our career, and we've been in this place before. So I don't think there's a lot of pressure, but we know that what we have to do, and we're going to show up on Thursday and give everything we can. So I think we are ready, and no matter how the game goes, we know that we need a win. That's what we're going for. So I don't think there's too much pressure, but we know that it's not going to be an easy game as well. I think the loss was very hurtful because we know what we can do. Everybody knows how we play and everything. And I think we didn't show up how the way we wanted to. So it was a bit hard, but we know that we have days to get it out of our system and focus. So the next day we know that we're showing up. That game has passed and we're going to focus on what is ahead. So I know that every single one of the girls are ready and they want to come out and show the Ghanaians and then the country, like, hey, we here, people know what we can do. So that's what we're going to show on Thursday.
And that's all for sports. I am Yao Eje Minta. Sanda.
Thank you so much, Yao Eje Minta from the Channel 1 Sports. And that's how we wrap up the bulletin today. But before we go, a recap of our headlines. Ghana Tourism Authority and Rent Control Office closed down 2 hostels at Koforidua Technical University over unhygienic conditions. Obuasi Senior High Technical School in the Ashanti region closed indefinitely following assault on headmaster. Opposition New Patriotic Party poised to go ahead with its planned demonstration on Thursday. Greater Accra Regional Security Council to pull down more structures on waterways as part of efforts to deal with flooding in Accra. If you miss any of our stories or want to read more, visit our website, channel1newsonline.com, for information on our top stories and more. Subscribe to Channel 1 TV on YouTube for more exclusive video content from Channel 1 TV. You can also download the Channel 1 Newsroom app on Google Play Store. I am Umaru Sandamado, grateful that you joined us.